Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com, and this will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Monday, June 28th. Hopefully, you all had a good week, and this will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you are somebody that uses technical charts within your trading, or maybe you're just somebody that wants to learn more about charts, how they can be used as a tool to make decisions within the overall market and trade plans, then this will be a video for you. So let's get to it. First one here, ticker symbol AMC. Maybe you've heard of it, but definitely want to get this one updated here as we wrap up the week. And not going to spend a lot of time on it just because there's not a whole lot that needs to be said. Now, I realize this will mean a little bit more to those that have watched the past videos where I've talked about this one, but the overall pattern is still fully in play. You still have that very stubborn resistance trend line up there. You still have this very stubborn area of support down there. And then if I squeeze this down here a little bit to offer up a bit more context from the grand scheme of things. So there we go. We got that part of the pattern, this part of the pattern, and then we have the pull portion of it. And for you golfers, put that hole down there. So what we have is a bull pennant pattern, and because the price is still, just within the overall bounds of the pattern, nothing has really happened again from the overall standpoint. I realize, yes, today, technically speaking, the price was red, but again, that's just looking at one single day. Taking a step back, looking at multiple days as you're doing here, you can see the price hasn't done anything super bullish, hasn't done anything super bearish. Now, if on Monday the price explodes up there, that would be a very big technical event from the bullish side of things, or if the price were to break down below that 5150 mark, that green line, that would be a pretty big bearish event. But as of now, neither of those things have happened. So as we head into the weekend, like I said, the easiest way to really just summarize the AMC chart is just, to look at the 30-minute time frame and call it a bull pennant pattern. Next one here, ticker symbol SPCE. And this is, I'm just going to crack a joke. It's Friday. It went to space today. I know. Terrible, terrible. Let's get down to business here. So, obviously, monster movement. And it almost felt like there had to be some sort of short squeeze as if you watch the level 2s today. It just basically refused to go down at all. But like I said, right there you can see monster volume. Some more of the story. A lot of eyeballs going to be watching this one here on Monday. So as far as supports are concerned, first level that would definitely make this chart look the strongest moving forward is that $52 mark, which is proven to be very, very strong. Multiple times throughout the day, price came down there and the bulls did a fantastic job each and every time providing support right there. So keep an eye on that as far as the near-term area of support. And then for more of the overarching area, that'll be that purple line down there, the 50-period moving average. And as the name implies, that line will continue to move itself higher and higher. So from the overarching standpoint, as long as the price is above that purple line, the bulls 100% own the chart. And then as far as areas of resistance are concerned, we're going to have to squeeze things back way far here because it has been a very long time. Whoops, I guess I didn't need to go back that far. But I realize things are hard to see right now, but that is a good problem to see because that just shows that it's been such a long time since the price has been up around here. So next key battleground that all eyes will be watching next week, initially at that $60 mark, and then after 60, next key level up there at 62.75. So those will be the next couple of big battlegrounds to watch. But yeah, anyway, look at it. Monster volume, monster price movement. Let's see what happens with it on Monday. Next one here, ticker symbol NAKD. And what really caught my eye on this one was the fact that got a very nice, good, solid breakout today of this bullish pattern here that had been forming. So you had that move upwards right there. So nice move there, but then all things got choppy. So at this point, it became a question of, all right, well, is this really going to build upon itself? Was this just kind of a one-day wonder type move? But then today, got the breakout through the upwards direction. So got confirmation that, yeah, higher highs and higher lows is a good thing. So that's really the main context. Now, I realize there is some perspective that goes into this, meaning if you're a day trader and you bought right there and your plan was to buy and sell within 10 minutes, well then, yeah, from that angle, the chart looks really bad because now the price is pulled back here. But assuming you do care about the big picture of things, the price now actually has a very, very solid and very impressive trend line now that is put into play here. So I'll go ahead and change that to green to represent more of a bullish dynamic. But keep an eye on that trend line from the support side of things. And no matter how dramatic the price gets, as long as the quote-unquote drama stays up above that trend line, well, that implies that the price itself is still in an uptrend. And that's what's going to matter most. In terms of areas of resistance, next key battleground to watch very closely, which I think might be where the price got rejected from today. Yeah, right up there at 73 cents. 73 cents rejected the price a couple of times back here. And then you look right where it got rejected from. So all eyes going to be on 73 cents for that breakout point. But all in all, nice way to close out the week. Next one here, ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla. Pulled back a little bit today, finally decided to act human a little bit after the past couple of days was essentially the price just going straight up. But I will say the level that a whole lot of people are going to be watching, long, shorts, and everybody in between, right there at the 668 mark. going through the history of the chart, you can see it did a good job of providing support there. And then once again, price, flirted right around that area basically all afternoon long. But to give credit where credit's due, bulls did a good job of holding strong. So like I said, nothing is guaranteed, but it's a more than valid thought that, if the price does break down below that level, that could very well create some downwards pressure. And I don't mean in the sense of, and then Tesla crashes. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that at that point in time, I don't think anybody would be shocked to see the price, at least go down there and close that gap down around 657. And let me be very clear, gaps do not have to close. If gaps had to close, think about what that would imply. That would imply that there's guarantees in the market. There are no guarantees in the market. Now, do gaps oftentimes close? Sure, but that doesn't mean that it has to happen. But point being, 668 and 657 can be those two main areas of support. Or maybe, the price just decides to turn itself right around. And in that regard, first key area of resistance that'll need to be broken back up above sits right there at the 678 mark. And then after 678, you have those main levels right up there around the 695 mark. But all in all, the uptrend continues for Tesla. A bit of a pullback here. So yeah, a little rough day today, but from the grand scheme of it all, the trend is still fully intact. Next one here, going down into Pennyland and ticker symbol HPIL. This was on the top 10 list from, I want to say Wednesday, whenever it was when the price was still down below that red line. And that's when I talked about it as the level of resistance. But check it out. Got the breakout through there. And up it went. So for any of you that watched that video from a few days ago that took part in that breakout and bought the breakout, congratulations. You're going to have yourselves a very nice weekend. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these lines. Yeah, they pertain. They're just not relevant right now. And from the presentation standpoint, I don't want to sit here and create confusion because there's lines and clutter everywhere. So let's try to keep this as clean as possible. But one of the newest areas of support, and what I would now deem the ideal area, meaning, what's going to make this chart look the absolute best moving forward. Certainly if the price can stay up there above 0075, but by no means does that imply the price or the chart's destroyed if the price does go down below there. As I've talked about in past charts right there, it's all about that purple line. So the 50-period moving average as it moves upwards, as long as the price stays above that line, then overall the trend is still fully bullish. As far as levels of resistance are concerned, really at this point, they don't matter much. What do I mean by that? Well, what matters is what the price has been doing and continues to do, which is right there building those higher bases, or if you want to envision those as stair steps. So in other words, as long as the stair steps continue to construct themselves in the upwards direction, then given enough time, everything else is going to take care of itself, including breaking levels of resistance. So in all actuality, just focus on building those higher bases and sit back and let the overall trend keep on doing what it's already been doing. Next one here, ticker symbol EXPR. Very, very impressive volume down here. And this is one of these, charts where you just got to ask yourself, do you still believe in it? Do you still trust in it? Trust in what? Well, trust in this big move here. Meaning, is this move over or is this move just taking a breath? Because yes, as of right now, very clearly, the price has started to pull back, but I'm still going to use the word pullback. I'm not going to use the word reversal because in my mind, that is just way too dramatic because you have a very nicely upsloping 50-period moving average and, and the price is up above the 200-period moving average. So from a moving average standpoint, the price is still nicely above, definitely some of these more famous levels out there within the world technical charts. So that's why in my mind, you still got to just classify this a pullback. Now, if all of a sudden, early next week, the price comes down here and then it just blasts down through both those moving averages. Okay, at that point, I'm going to be starting to replace my terminology. And instead of saying a pullback, I am going to be starting to use the word reversal. But as of now, in my opinion, you just got to classify this as a pullback. But like I said, maybe this is the start of a reversal. That's why you got to ask yourself, do you still believe in the move? And to me, at 650, a good solid level, because even if the price were to come down there and stay above it, at that point, that would still be giving you a nice set of lows right there. You'd have lows there, you'd have lows there, and then going back to the stair steps, you'd still have nice stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. As far as areas of resistance are concerned, definitely the main battleground to watch, going to be right up there at about $8.15, so keep a close eye on that. But overall, yeah, it's all a question of, do you still believe? Next one here, ticker symbol ATOS. Been tracking this one pretty routinely, but I'm going to continue to track it as long as this trend behaves as it's been. And how is it behaving? Well, just like you would want to see an uptrend behave. Higher highs and higher lows. Now, I do realize this could feel like a pretty bad day if you are a day trader who bought up around there and then all of a sudden you had the price, completely drop on you. So I understand from that perspective, yeah, not a good day. However, I'm making these comments from the bigger picture, and when you take a step back and look at multiple days, you're going to notice a theme again. So let's get our hammer and nails back out, and if we look at these lows, and let's construct ourselves some stair steps, what do you notice about these stair steps? Well, they just keep getting higher and higher and higher. So again, it is a matter of perspective. people that were buying up there as day traders, yeah, not a good day. But assuming you care about the grand scheme of things, I mean, you can't really ask for more from a trend building perspective as this one continues to put in those higher highs and higher lows. And it really a straightforward way, just continue to watch that purple line there, the 50-period moving average. In terms of levels of resistance, first key level to watch, going to be right there at $9.20. And then after that, next key level up there right around $9.75. But all in all, the uptrend continues. Next one here, ticker symbol BB. Very rough day on this one. Not necessarily because it was red, but because of this dynamic right here. We're going into the day, to give credit where credit's due, that $12.40 mark had done a fantastic job of holding strong there. But then with the gap down today, that's where things got rough. But then this is also, just a textbook example of a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. And you saw that literally play out during that opening 30 minutes. The price did attempt to bounce back upwards, got right up around that area, and then back down it went. Now, to give some credit where credit's due, at least the price didn't bleed all day long. Nothing like that happened. The bulls did show up and at least produce a little bit of a bounce. But I mean, there's still the big question of, it's bouncing, but is there any actual true strength behind this bounce? And that's where, again, this 1240 can be a good confirmation point, meaning if the price gets up there and just cuts, like a warm knife through butter, okay, at that point, it starts to make sense to think, all right, maybe the bulls are making a comeback. But if the price gets up there and kind of just starts to chop around, well, at that point, I'd be a little bit more skeptical of whether or not this bounce has any sort of genuine power behind it. And then nothing fancy here as far as supports are concerned. Very simplistic point of view and question, just a question of, okay, well, where did the bleeding finally stop today? And that was down there at 1175. So nothing fancy at all behind that rationale. But yeah, rough day today, but got a little bit of a bounce. Now it's just a question of, can the price continue to build upon this bounce next week? Let's see what happens. Next one here, ticker symbol ALF, and this one has treated people very, very well that have been following these videos. I can't remember the first time it made the top 10 list. I want to say back here on maybe June 16th. That might be a lie. I'm not quite sure. But point here being, as has been the theme for some of these stocks, higher highs and higher lows. So the trend building continues, and that's the name of the game. And preferably speaking, what's going to make this chart look the best? Definitely if the price can stay up above $16. But again, even if it doesn't, not the end of the world, because you still have that purple line there. You have several other areas. And I mean, just since it is the theme, you look at the lows. And I mean, after today, once again, putting in those higher lows. So those stair steps continue to be constructed. So like I said, from that angle of things, I get it. Yes, perspective. Well, I'm a day trader. I bought right there and I wanted to buy and sell within 10 minutes. Okay, well, from that angle, then the chart looks really bad. You're not going to have a good weekend. But assuming you care about the grand scheme of it all, yeah, it did pull back, but nothing crazy, nothing drastic. And, still has plenty of opportunity to build that higher base, which is what matters most. As far as resistances are now concerned, the near term, that first key level going to be right there around $18.30. And then after $18.30, next key level up there right around the $20 mark. But yeah, overall, the trend continues. And our final one here, ticker symbol NOK. And all right, now it's us creating a good, interesting Monday, because this is one, obviously a meme stock. It seems to move, then not move, then not move, then move, then move, then not move. But right now, all of a sudden, it is moving once again. Big volume came in, big, nice movement. And yeah, it is pulling back. But again, just going back to the terminology, there's no way I'm calling that a reversal. I mean, if somebody's calling that a reversal, I suppose if you're a day trader, like I said right there, and I know I keep emphasizing that, but these videos are a little difficult because how you view a chart is going to depend on your strategy going in. But assuming you care about the bigger picture point of view, in my mind, this is just simply a pullback. I mean, technically speaking, and I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but the price could come all the way down to that pink line right there, the 200-period moving average, and head back up, and you would still have beautiful stair steps. You would have a stair step there, one there, and one there. And that's assuming, like I said, the price were to go all the way down to that pink line at $5.30. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that is why, with the big movement today, there's still plenty of wiggle room for this to ultimately, build, upon the trend that it's trying to accomplish. So yeah, on that note, $5.30 is going to be that main level of support, which again represents that 200-period moving average. In regards to levels of resistance, if this, is going to get back up to where it was, first key battleground to watch right there at 555. And then the next level after that, it's just simply where the party and momentum officially stopped today. And that was right up there around the 565 mark. But all in all, very nice way to end the week. Very solid volume. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of chatter on this one over the weekend, but we'll have to see what happens with it. Now, real quick before I go, if you did enjoy this video and you enjoy, like, wow, okay, these charts, this technical analysis stuff is pretty interesting. And if you do want to learn more about technical analysis, my approach, my philosophy with charts, how they should be used and how they need to be used, and how I use them to build consistent strategies and get a proper mindset, then I want you to get signed up for this live class that I offer. It will be Thursday, July 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I know this part up there. Give me a break, but I understand. I'll show my brokerage statements and I'll show that, yeah, 73 days and only had one losing day. And that has to do that of technical charts. So keep that in mind. Technical charts, not perfect, but they are a great tool. But yeah, like I said, I want to invite you, get signed up. I'll put a link right down below. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just right in the description box. Or if you want to, just if you're watching this at the site, claytrader.com, right below the video there, you can click on it too. But it is a live class, totally free. So click there, sign up if you're interested in learning more about charts, how I use charts, and just to give yourself more flexibility within your training. But hopefully everybody did have a good week. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And, if you enjoyed this video, if you want me to keep making videos like this, then 2 quick things to do. Hit that like button, leave a basic comment down below. But those 2 things go that you let me know that you enjoy this format and enjoy these top 10 stock videos. And as long as I know that there's enjoyment in them, then I will continue to make them. But yeah, if you want to learn more about charts, want to get better with them, then sign up for that class, and I'll see you on Thursday.